The next time you're in Little Falls, why not stop by the Minnesota Fishing Museum? Rich in history, the Minnesota Fishing Museum offers thousands of things to see and experience. Young and old alike love to visit the museum with their friends and family to learn what fishing in Minnesota used to be and what the fishing is like today.
The Fishing Museum is a memorial to all the fishing people, to the history of Minnesota fishing. We're the state of over 10,000 lakes. We have over 10,000 square feet here and over 10,000 artifacts in the museum. Everything in these two large showrooms is donated to us. People bring it in or they leave it in their will to us. Our founder, Al Baert, who started this 16 years ago, puts all the displays together. His co-founder makes all the wooden displays, and then Al designs all of them. And at 84 years old, he's still going strong and doing that for us. Several years ago, he took 3 decoys to a decoy show in St. Cloud. He had looked up the value of them in advance, so he kind of knew the $100 ones, the $150 ones, and one $200 ones. And he went there and he saw 3 appraisers, and they all told him to throw out the bottom ones, and then the big one that he thought was around $200, someone offered him $210 for it, $2.10. So he got mad and went home and told his wife he was going to start a Minnesota Fishing Museum to keep the heritage and history of Minnesota fishing going, and that's how it started. The rarest thing we have are some of the older items, and we have this 1902 electric submersible motor. It's 106 years old as of 2008, and the man who found it in a vacant barn there, bought it for 20 bucks off the farmer and donated it to us, so that's our oldest motor. We have a lot of the old motors that were known as the knuckle busters. You had to crank it one way to go forward, crank it the other to go backwards, but once you cranked it, you better let go, because if it snaps off, you could get your knuckles busted. And we have a 270-gallon aquarium here with live fish from the Mississippi River, and that's a major attraction since we put it in 2 years ago for the smaller children. I get phone calls sometimes from toddlers who are calling to see if the fish are awake yet. And so obviously someone has told them you can't go in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, you have to wait. So by 10 o'clock I get a phone call, are the fish awake yet? And within 15-20 minutes they show up with grandma or grandpa and to see the fish. They like the singing fish and the talking fish. If our rule is if the fish sing, you have to dance. So I see a lot of cute little dances back there, but I also see a lot of cute older dances back there too, because the adults get into it too. I just invite anybody to come in, whether you're a fishing person or not, whether you're from a fishing state or not. If you don't like what you see in one corner, you might like something else.
The Minnesota Fishing Museum has something for everyone. Whether it's spring, summer, winter, or fall, the Minnesota Fishing Museum is open year-round. Why not bring the family in today to experience all of the education, fun, and excitement that the Minnesota Fishing Museum has to offer? Whether you live miles away or just across the street, the Minnesota Fishing Museum is definitely worth checking out. And while you're there, why not stop by the official gift shop? Your financial support will help keep Minnesota's fishing history alive. The Minnesota Fishing Museum, located on the west side of Little Falls. So why not cast your worries overboard and stop by today?
For more information or museum hours, visit www.mnfishingmuseum.com.